Since we're learning about steady beat and the quarter note of what the quarter note does, it keeps a steady beat. So that would be like, if you're in kindergarten, it would sound like this: ta, 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 ta. Or if you're in 4th and 5th grade, you would count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what helps us to keep a steady beat is a metronome. And I've talked about a metronome before. Some of the early metronomes were back during Beethoven's time, where students that were studying music at a conservatory would need some type of device to make sure that they wouldn't rush the music or slow the music down. So here's a little clip where in the movie Beethoven Lives Upstairs, he gets insulted actually by a student from the conservatory.
You, in the doorway. Stop skulking and get in here. You're late. They are the ones who cannot keep time with me.
Perhaps you should use this, sir. All the students at the conservatory are using it. It's a new invention.
Who do you think it was invented for?
So as you can see, that Beethoven was obviously irritated by a student telling him that he can't keep time with his own music. And we're going to move on to electronic ways of the way you can keep time, and that is with an electronic metronome. It's usually a device on a computer, whether it's your phone, and I've showed you before what a metronome looks like, or if you're actually working in software, music software, like this software called Pro Tools. So when I want to create or do something with a piece of music, I can use the metronome to help me play the music in there. Or I can use a piece of music that's already been recorded and find out the tempo, the BPM. BPM means beats per minute. And the song that you heard earlier during the opening was a song that I've just kind of been playing over and over again. One of my favorite tunes called Pain Away. And so I managed to find out what the BPM of that song is. And it happens to be 108 beats per minute. That means in 60 seconds, you would have heard that quarter note 108 times. So that's what it sounds like here on this computer. So that's the steady beat that the song is. So you can clap along with me. So right now, it would be tas. If you're early elementary, ta, 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 ta. If you're upper L, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that one of these clicks is a little bit stronger and a little higher pitched than the other. That lets me know that the pattern repeats every 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So by setting the BPM, I was able to find that out of the song. So now we're going to actually hear the song. It's the song that I was playing during our intro today. So I am going to unmute the song. So I'm going to turn the song down a little bit. Now I can turn the song down. That pattern is right there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So that's what the quarter note does, and that's what a metronome does. Now, what if I don't want that whole song? So what's cool about this software is I'm able to take a section of it. So let me just stop this for a second. What if I only want the beginning of the song? over and over again. So I'm going to bring this over. Hopefully you can see on the screen here. I don't know if you can see what I see. Hopefully you can get in a little closer to see what it is that I'm doing. So when I'm going to expand this a little bit, and I'm going to go up to where the metronome is. So when you see these lines here, get it a little wider. So there's a line, beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4, then it starts all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these lines are divided according to how that metronome is. So if I only want just a small part of that, what if I only want the beginning of it? So now I'm going to play the song. I'm going to unmute this track. And now I'm going to play this. Turn it down a little bit. So what I did is I was able to take this, now that I know what the beats per minute is, and copy and do that for as long as I want to do, because I now know the BPM. So what you heard earlier was me having done this process already. So that's the purpose of beats per minute. Notice the music did not speed up or slow down. So that's the purpose of a metronome, and we're going to get further into our lesson. It's going to be my turn first. Then it's going to be your turn. You can use your hand. You can use the table, beat on the table, or anything that your parents, will allow you to do. I don't want you to get in trouble or anything, but you can use your hand, or, if you have a drum or any type of instrument that you can beat on, or you actually create your own if you want to. So this is copycat rhythm time. My turn first. My turn. So I'm going to use the exact same song that I have been using, boys and girls, because this is like my favorite song right now. Go along with me. My turn first, and then your turn. So let's turn it up, so let's get to turn it up. We get it nice and loud. Yeah. Oh. Okay, my turn first. notes that we were doing are called 16th notes, but, you know, and that's going to be for, you know, upper L, like 4th and 5th grade. So 2nd and 3rd grade, we don't do 16th notes yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So that was cool. So thumbs up if you did a good job. Kind of thumbs to the side, you know. Now, if you were to rate yourself using our grading rubric, what would you give yourself? Would you give yourself a 4? That means if you nailed every single one of them. A 3 if you got most of them. That would be cool. 2, if you're like Miss Perry, I was kind of struggling keeping up. Or 1 if you just completely bombed it, which I don't think that anybody would do that, because if you like to dance, you'll already have a sense of rhythm. So here we go.